Hello friends, we are back again. Today's topic for unit number second is maximum principal stress theory. Principal stress theory or any failure theory is very important in designing any component. Now let's see how we can do it. Before that I will take some highlighter here so that we can highlight some important. So first of all we need to understand why and what is failure theories and why we are using this theories. As you know that every component and every design is having its own limit. So to find that limit, theories are being developed. Now, factor of safety, we know that. First, we need to know what is factor of safety for this. So, the ratio of maximum stress to the working stress. This is like that. Okay, the ratio of maximum stress to the working or design stress. Maximum stress means the stress at which the material can't sustain. That means a crack or fatigue will occur at that point. That is a failure point. So working or design stress is what? At what stress we are designing. That means if suppose at 100 megapascal the material is going to be have a crack generation in it, then if suppose we have taken a design stress of 50, then 100 divided by 50 it will give us a 2 factor of safety of 2. That means a double factor of safety we have considered. That means if suppose an sudden load is applied, then also the design will be safe. This is how the factor of safety works. Okay, in ductile material, that is mild steel, we use yield point, and for brittle materials what we use, the ultimate tensile stress. This is the only thing. So I think you have understood the factor of safety now. Okay, now the theories of failure, that is the strength of a material or failure of the material, is deduced generally from uniaxial test. Uniaxial means what? A single axis test, from which stress strain characteristics of a materials are obtained. We all knows about the UTS machine, that is the universal testing machine. Okay, so in universal testing machine what we do, we just check the tensile stress, the compression stress, all this thing we are going to take it. So that is a uniaxial thing. The typical stress strain curve we get it for the ductile and for the brittle material. This is how the curve we get. Okay, this is the yield point and this is the ultimate tensile strain. After yielding, the material will get break from here and then it will fall down in this way. So this is what the thing is for brittle material. Brittle material doesn't have any yielding point, it have a ultimate tensile strength, that is the last limit. Now the theory of failures in the case of multi-dimension stress, that means we can't say that only a single direction stress will be act on any component. Always multiple stresses are acting at each and every point of a component. So that stresses can be 1, 2, 3 and all these things, or even the combination of stress can be act on the material. So based on that, to find out these things and on the basis of this tensile test, some theories are being developed. So these theories are developed to just find out the various it is written here, the theories behind the various failure theories is that whatever is responsible for failure in the standard tensile test will also be responsible for failure under all other conditions. This line which I have shown here is really very important. In a static loading condition and in tensile test. In tensile test, whenever the failure will occur, that failure will be there in the static loading condition also. Now, the first theories of failure, we are going to see the 5 theories of failure. In each video, I will explain this thing. So, first theories of failure is the principal stress, or you can say the normal stress, and the another name is given as the Rankine theory. The 3 names are given here. So, according to this theory, the failure or yielding occurs at a point in a member when the maximum principal or normal stress in a biaxial stress system reaches the limiting strength of the material in a simple tensile test. That means what? Whenever the maximum principal stress, or you can say the normal stress, reaches to the limiting stress, means what? If, as I told you the example, at 100 megapixel is the my final limit. If a biaxial system, that is two axis system is there, at that point if a stress reaches to 100 megapascal, which is we have considered the example, okay, then the material will be failure, and the same thing will be there in the simple tensile test. So this is the things. So definitely for ductile material we are going to use the sigma yt, and for brittle material we are going to sigma u, that is the ultimate stress. This is the first. So this is the formula for ductile material, and this is the formula for brittle material for maximum principal stress theory. Okay, as the maximum principal stress theory is based on tension or compression only, and it ignores the shearing part. That's why ductile material will not place anything in it, because in ductile we all know shearing also happens. For brittle material, this is a very strong relative theory by which we can design anything. Okay, but weak in tension and compression. So this theory generally brittle material. Now this is how I would like to show you. That is a simple specimen is there having a length L0. Now when the force is pulling here, one force is pulling here, so it will have an elongation and this yielding, and now this is the necking part and this is a fracture part. So this is how the curve has been developed. Here the necking started and here the fracture started. Okay, this is how it is been. So this is the limit by at which point it will fail. But whenever you are going to use the brittle ductile material, this is the limit, because after yielding the material will not do the work which for which it is being designed. Okay, now see some points here. I am listing here. This theory is suitable for the safe design of machine component made of brittle material under all loading conditions, that is for triaxial, biaxial, etc. all condition. Brittle material. Okay, this theory is not suitable for safe design of machine component made of ductile material. As I told you, this theory is more suitable for brittle and not for ductile, and it can be suitable for the safe design of machine component made of ductile material under following state of stress condition. Let's see. For uniaxial stress condition, that is for absolute tau max equal to sigma 1 by 2. For biaxial stress system, when principal stress are like in nature, and under hydrostatic stress condition. So under this condition, okay, we can use it. So this is the things which I want to explain. So I hope you have understand the maximum principal stress theory. If you have any query, you can comment on it and you can mail me.